all welcome back to Starbound. So, right, if you remember our troubles and travels last time, we made a crafting table. It's like carpentry 101, seriously. And I'm on the the problem I've got is I'm on the Gamma Quadrant, or in the Gamma Quadrant, and on a rather hostile planet with very little trees. So there's kind of a problem here. And most of the locals are hostile, but if I sort of shine a light in this dude's face, he doesn't seem too bothered. Although, has he got legs? Oh, don't know. Anyway, so kind of a problem. Oh, now, interestingly enough, in every there's another one there. There are secret hidden chests as well. So there's one of the things about the game is there's a lot of things that are kind of generated along the way. So in this case, I found an old chest and it's got a fair bit of money in it. Not that money's really that actually important until, well, you get to the later game and it gets more important. But these ones certainly are quite good. This is what we call a technology chest. You can tell it's tech by the fact that it's green, because as you well know, all technology is green in the world. Anyway, so let's open that up and look at that. Oh, nice. So we've actually got a blueprint here. So this is a gravity neutralizer blueprint, which kind of does the same thing as my butterfly boost. But maybe just looks slightly less camp, so I think we'll take that. We can also take the chest as well, because they can be quite useful in our ship. So let's just go back and plug that in. Now, in terms of what we're doing, there's actually a bit of a tricky, I guess there's a bit of a problem there because there's not a lot we can do. But in this case, let's just at least maybe fit out our ship. Now, there's no real kind of rules here. You only have a limited space with the ship. But what you certainly could do, if you so wished, would be to build a base on the ground. And I think this is worthy doing maybe once you've got a bit more stuff. So I think for the moment, let's put it on the ship. And so here we go. So that's our workbench right there. So if I go up to it and press C, I now can build nothing. If I go up to it again and press E, I now can build properly, and I should have said E all along. And you can see here, there's a lot more kind of things that we can build, hunting bow for food. And apparently as a robot, I have to eat, which is interesting. You can build like yarn spinners, so you can actually craft clothes. Yes, you have to make clothes. You can craft a cooking station, chairs, beds. Now, what we do need is we need some form of pickaxe. So that'll be our first thing to do. We need a stone furnace as well, and I'll come to what that is. But there's many different things to stress beacon. Now that, again, we'll come to that. There's many different things you can build. And as you can see, it's all based upon technology levels. So currently our technology level is steel and iron. Now that obviously is the lowest. Maybe rock slightly lower, but in essence that's kind of what we're looking at. So can't really craft much because I don't really have much, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, let me just put my chest down, and there we go. So I'm that, and again I can use this to store things. So again, in this case, that's how it looks. But let's go and plug our blueprint in, and we do this by coming up to our kind of weird, wall mounted, I guess, station here, and we press C, E, and then we go to tech. No, we don't. What a nick. Done that completely wrong. Let me go back to my inventory by pressing I. And then what you do is you pick up the blueprint and you left click it. And it says new tech available. So there we go. I'm really prepared for this, as you can see. So as I come to tech, I now see I have my gravity neutralizer built in as well. What I then do is I lock that into my technology set. It sounds complex. It's honestly not. As you find more and more of these things, they do different things. One is even a mech. If you're a human, play a human character, you can actually get a mech robot that kind of spawns around you. It's pretty cool. But things like the double jump just help you kind of navigate the area. Gravity neutralizer as well is quite useful. And I think if I just maybe go back to I and I set that as my primary, every time I jump in the air, you see that's now working? See that work? Woo! It makes me fart little blue crystals. I like that. And that's, again, quite useful. As obviously I don't have any armor on at all, my power bar here in the green is a bit low. It's not very good. I don't have much power. My health bar is in the red as well, which is worth noting. But in essence, that's kind of not so good. So let's go and try and gather some more materials. Now, again, the beauty of desert planets is that you can actually use desert planets to mine a lot easier. And I'll show you how we do that if I manage to survive these three terribly cheesy grin looking evil things down here, plus whatever that is, the flash in green and white. Green and white do not go. Seriously, don't do that. Anyway, so here we go. Now, this is sand here. So the beauty of sand is you can dig below sand and it causes a cave in. Do you see what that did there? It kind of caused you know, everything's kind of caving around it. So you can just do this. You can just dig all the way down, and what it does is it kind of then starts a bit of a landslide, which is quite cool, because that then means you don't actually need to well, mine around it actually, which is a good thing, because obviously mining, you've got to have a bit of a love for mining for this game. If you don't, I don't think you'll be in trouble, but I think you'll probably want to bypass a lot of what we're going to show here. But again, that's taken forever, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Let me see if I can get down. So let me just put on my torch. There we go. Again, there's no sand there, so I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, wrong bit of tech on there. Let me just keep jumping around, and then eventually what we'll do is we'll find, aha, this is sand here, this is loose sand, so this is just exactly what we want. So basically what we could do is we could just start digging underneath it. You see that? It starts to really mine quite aggressively, and because it displaces the whole mountain, if you like, or the mound, it's easier to mine all of this lovely stuff. Now, you don't worry about burying yourself, you won't suffocate, I'm sure. If you do, then lol. You shouldn't know. But again, the problem you have here is that, you know, we're kind of looking for fuel, so I guess the only fuel available to me at the moment is coal. You do get plutonium, so in my previous video I was very flippant about that. I think the reality is you do get coal. And yeah, coal, you do get plutonium, uranium, and so on. So, you know, don't feel that you're running a coal fueled starship, because, you know, that's crap. It's not at all. But anyway, so as you can see, it's going rather slowly. So I think the first thing we need to do is get a flipping pickaxe. And in fact, there is a way to do that, probably a bit easier than what we're doing here. But again, I'm kind of hoping that we hit something. But anyway, let me just... And light is pretty important. So you see here, I can actually just cause a cave in here. So there we go. That's what I was trying to do. And as I was buried alive, never to be seen again, I have to dig myself out. It's pretty funny. I know I'm a noob, but it works. Oh, look, there you go. I'm suffocating. Come on, anytime you're ready. Anytime you're ready. This first tool you get is demoralizingly crap and slow. So I think the first thing you should try and do, oh, I'm almost out, is get a better tool, because this first one is just abysmal. And as you can see, if we just place all that, you see how that works. So there you go. So I think if you're going to do mining and you want to make life very easy, just do that. Just do exactly what I've done there, and I think you'll be okie dokie. But let's, for this intents and purposes, let's just dig some stone out, and we can make a stone pickaxe. Now, the pickaxe is just generally, you do get drills later, but the pickaxe is probably the better one to go for the beginning part of the game, because it's also got a 3x3 area impact, whereas this matter manipulator is just awful, and it's only got 2. So that gave us some stone. Let's just check. Now, let me just explain the inventory. You do have obviously certain things going on here. You have obviously equipment and armors and visual armors, visual clothes that sit on the armor. You have health, power, you have your offensive capability and your defensive capability. Pet slots, yes, you can have pets. You then have your technology, etc. And then you have 2 versions of an inventory, which is nice, because this was always a bugbear with Terraria, was you have your general inventory and then you have your block inventory here. So there's some quite nice sort of mix between the two. Now, I don't have much because I've only got, obviously, I'm filling up my hotbar first. So what I need to do is I've got cobblestone there, so I need to just mine some more. It is quite soul destroying, but once you've got that pickaxe, you're away. So, you know, don't let this video deter you. The reality is that the creep up the technology ladder is actually quite enjoyable, because you're always looking for, you know, what's the next thing I need to do, blah blah, and that's quite cool. Now, if I just then see, I can't teleport when I'm in the background, but if I just jump, I'll be able to teleport. There we go. You don't see that on Star Trek, do you? So let's go to our crafting desk here. And so what we're looking to do is to build. I always keep doing that. I keep pressing, and I press C when you mean to press E. We're looking to build a stone pickaxe. So what I'm missing is, another 2 cobblestone, but I'm missing wood, quite a bit of wood. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. But let's see what we can do. Now, again, I've not seen any trees yet, so I'm a bit worried. Oh god, look at all those dudes. Oh, flipping heck. Seriously, I probably should just cheat and actually go back to the alpha quadrant, because I really just have started on hard mode. It's pretty stupid. Those are friendly, because I know they're friendly. They're not. But let me show you a little tip. Ow, bloody bird. Let me show you a little tip that we can do. We can actually bury them all or you can get killed just like that. But you actually can bury dudes, which is quite nice. So let me just show you how I did that. You just literally start to shower sand over the enemy, and it actually buries them. You can use any kind of block to do this. I'm not going to use my cobblestone because I kind of need that. But let me show you how maybe we can do that. If do you know what? I want to get past those dudes. Oh, there we go. Too pro for you, sir. Too pro for you. Let's get past these. Look at that. So again, it does reward the kind of skilled platformer. I'm not a skilled platformer, I'm a noob. But look at this, there's a huge amount of copper there. Now, one of the things we can build also is copper. So let's go and have a look at that as well. So again, what we need to do is we need to get more stone to build a furnace, and then we can smelt bars. So again, it's kind of nice. That's not really working, is it? Look how slow that is. Right, I'm giving up on that. Oh my God, I need just a little bit of cobblestone. That's all I need. It's so frustrating. Ah, there's coal there as well. Well, there's more sand, so let's just start digging in the sand. Do you know what? This is soul destroying, it really is. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll figure this out probably for the next time. But I think certainly, hopefully you're seeing this as something that you maybe would like to play. I think I've got to admit, I'm not selling it terribly well, I must admit. But I think, you know, it really is one of the, aha, look at that, the motherlode. So I think it is one of those games that really does, it's a grower, certainly, for sure. And I think as you start to level up, which we haven't even started to do yet, I mean, crikey, almost at the end of video 2, and I've died like 3 times and I'm barely there. But hopefully you're seeing the passion here, because this is a very, very addictive and fun game, and I think you'll certainly agree when you start playing it. It's actually available on Steam now. I think it's been on the top sellers list for a long time. And I think you wouldn't go too far wrong buying it at this point, because it was a bit unstable to begin with, but I think now it's certainly become a lot more stable. So, you know, it's worth a look at least. So there we go. We'll probably cut there, and I think hopefully when we come back in episode 3, you'll see me at least decked out with a bit of wood, not like that, and we'll have at least a pickaxe, and we'll be hopefully looking to get back to the Alpha Quadrant. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.